Hello everyone, here we are again. It's tutorial time. I hope you can see me through my hair, which I still haven't managed to have treated by a hairdresser yet, but don't worry, it will happen soon. And Pam is, Pam's growing hers down to her knees, I think. But here we are anyway for this week's tutorial. And this time we're coming, well, in our world, we're coming bang up to date. This one's only 25 years old. And we're dipping our toe into the world of the Gallagher brothers and Oasis. And we're going to do their second #1 hit, which has become a real anthem, and it's Don't Look Back in Anger. Their first hit, incidentally, was Some Might Say, in 1994. This one got to #1 in 1995, written by Noel Gallagher, and it's the first of the Oasis singles on which Noel Gallagher sang the lead. Up until then it had been Liam, but Noel took over, as he did, kind of. Rolling Stone magazine has voted this the second best ever Britpop song. Bettered only by Pulp, The Common People. So now you know. Now, Noel Gallagher's voice is higher than mine, you'll be surprised to learn, and so Oasis do the song in the key of C major, but that's no good for me, I'm afraid. So I've brought it down to G major, and even then I struggle a bit. But anyway, it's not a difficult song. There are no difficult chords in it. And there are very few rapid chord changes, but it's just a great, as I say, it's an anthem. After the Manchester Arena bombings, when they had the memorial service, this was ringing out across the whole of Manchester, and it's a terrific song to play and sing, albeit utterly meaningless. The words fit the tune, and they kind of make sense, but if you look closely at them, they don't really mean very much. But that doesn't matter, does it? It's still a great song. Now, the thing about this song is that it goes right on that heavy rock beat, 1, 2, and it does not deviate from that until the very, very end, where it slows down. But we'll come to that. Right, so bearing that in mind, the introduction is just 2 chords. It's 2 bars, each of 4 beats of G, followed by 2 bars, each of 4 beats of C, and repeat. So it goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. It really is. And you may have noticed that we've got a little bit more bottom notes ringing out under that introduction, and that's because I've got my Carla with the low G, and Pam is playing her lovely 5-string Ohana that has a high G and a low G, both. So you'll hear low Gs emanating from Pam's ukulele as well as mine. That is just to give it a bit of depth, because it's that steady, heavy rock beat. And wait till Graham comes along with his bass. Right, okay. Now, the verses are really quite simple, but it's the timing of the chord changes. Most of the way through, it's 2 beats per chord, and it kind of lulls you into a false sense of security. Because at the end of the very first line, you get one little hiccup with a 1-beat chord change. I'll show you what I mean. It goes, starting on a G, 2, 3, 4. Slip inside to our mind, 2. And then you get there, and then you've just got, you've got 2 beats on the G, 1 beat on an E minor, and then you go to a D for 2 beats. So it's right. Shall I sing that through? Shall we?
Yeah.
Right, 2, 3, 4. Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to play? So sorry, it's just 1 beat on the E minor, 1 beat on the D, and then you get into the second line. Just one little thing there. You're going from an E minor to a B7th. Now the easiest way to do that is to use the same finger shape. E minor is 0, 4, 3, 2, and the B7 that works here is 4, 3, 2, 0. So you just move those 3 fingers across 1 string. So we go from E minor to B7th. Now, if you don't like that, you might find it easier to play the full the full 4-string E minor, which is 4, 4, 3, 2, and then you've got that ring finger as an anchor, just to move the other 2 across to a B7. And if you don't like that, you can always go from that E minor to that B7, which is 2, 3, 2, 2. I don't particularly like that voicing of B minor, a B7th rather, on a low G ukulele, because it means that the 7th note is there underneath, and it kind of gives it rather a lot of prominence, whereas if you play 4, 3, 2, 0, it's on the top, and it seems to work better. So, you know, it's just my personal opinion. So what we've got there, G, D, E minor, B7th, C, D, G, E minor, G, repeated. The second line of the verse does exactly the same. And then the third line of the verse, where the lyric is, so I start a revolution from my bed, it's a C to a C minor. Various ways of doing that. C minor, the position that works fine here is 0, 3, 3, 3. If you want, you can play it 5, 3, 3, 3, but 0, 3, 3, 3 works fine. And you can achieve that any way you like. You're going from a C, so if you play your C with your little finger, then you can put those 2 fingers beside it on the 3rd fret of the C and E strings, or you can flatten. If you're playing it with your C with your ring finger, you can just flatten your middle finger across 2 strings. Or if you want, you can put your index finger across the first 3 strings. But whichever way works for you to go from a C to a C minor, and then you're going to a G from there. But you've got plenty of time, because again you've got 2 solid rock beats on each of those chords. So we're going, so I start a revolution from my bed, 2, 3, 4, and you repeat. Said the brains I had went to my head, and again, step outside, the summertime's in bloom. So C to C minor to G, repeated 3 times. No difficulties there. And then we get to the end of the verse, where we build up to the slight crescendo there to build up to the chorus. And you're doing it over 2 whole bars of a D chord. The last line of the verse goes, take that look from off your face, you ain't ever gonna burn my heart out. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so. Okay, so we've got 8 whole beats on that D chord. Now there are various things you can do to break that up a little bit. Pam has chosen one way of doing it,
yeah,
and there are several. And so if you play your D chord like that, 2, 2, 2, 0, that's 1 voicing of a D major chord. You can also play 2-2-2-5, and that's the second position. That's the closed D major. Or you can play it as 7-6-5-5 with a full bar if you want it, or just the half bar. These are all various positions and voicings of the same chord. So that quite a lot of professionals use this trick. You think their hands are flying all over the fretboard. In reality, they're playing the same chord in 3 different positions. And it keeps the accompaniment moving. And something else that you might try on that long run of a D major chord is I just put in the suspended fourth, the G note. So we go, and then suspended second. So I'm playing the D major in the first position, and then I'm sliding my little finger up to the 3rd fret of the E string, bringing it back down to the 2nd fret, and then lifting it off altogether. So you play the E string open, which is the D with a suspended 9. Yeah, suspended second, I beg your pardon, sus2. So, and that's another thing you can do just to break up that long run of D chords. Any more ideas to do that, Pam?
No, I'm sticking with what I do.
Pam's sticking.
I'm going to do 4 beats on D, and then 4 beats on D with the added.
And that's a very simple way of breaking up a long run on the same chord. Right, so then we get to the chorus, which is, I'd say, it is a wonderful melody, fantastic anthem. But you need to think about the dynamics of performing this song. I mean, now Oasis are right in your face, so it's pretty much with the volume turned up to 10 for the verses and 11 for the chorus. So you really need to think about bringing that up. So over that long run, those 2 bars on a D chord, bring the sound level up, bring the volume up. So we're going, you ain't ever gonna burn my heart out. And so Sally sing. So bring that up to the chorus and let that chorus really do it con belto, as the saying goes. And so nothing complicated in the chords. G, D, E minor, B7. That E minor to B7 change any way you like, as before. And then you go to a C, D, G, E minor, C. And so it really is not difficult chord changes. When you get to the end of the chorus, you've just got a little turnaround before the 2nd verse. And the turnaround is pretty much the same as the first line of the verse. So we get the 2nd line of the chorus is, her soul slides away, but don't look back in anger. I heard you D, 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 E minor, B7, and C, D, G, E minor, D. So it's pretty much the same as the first line of the verse. And then you get into the 2nd verse. Musically and melodically, it's exactly the same as the first verse. And then you go into the chorus again. After the 2nd chorus, you can, if you wish, put in an instrumental break to give full rein to your creative juices. If you do, if you want to mirror the Oasis recording of it, the instrumental break is the 2 or 3 lines, the 2nd lines of the verse, the bit that goes from, so I start a revolution in my head. So the C minor to G. And that's where the instrumental break happens. At the end of the instrumental break, there's a repeat of the chorus, and then the ending also repeats the chorus, but it modifies ever so slightly at the end. So we get to, let's just play it through, Pam, and then we'll deconstruct it.
Where,
So,
from the
repeat,
Okay.
from the final chorus. Okay, 2, 3, 4. So Sally can wait, she knows it's too late as she's walking on by. My soul slides away, but don't look back in anger. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say. At least not today. Right. So the first line of that ending is exactly the same as the first line of the chorus. And then it changes slightly. My soul slides away, and then you play single strums, longish strums, but let them ring like that. So we get my soul slides away. Let the E minor ring, but don't look back in anger. Let the C ring. Don't look back in anger. Let the C minor ring. I heard you say D, E minor, B7, slowing down, C minor, but at least not today. And finish on a G and let that ring. You can play the G there in the first position, or if you want to be fancy, play the G up there as 5-5-5-8. Sorry, 7-7-7-10. And note how when you get into those single chords ringing, it slows down and it quietens down. Remember your dynamics. You've just done the last chorus, and then you've done you're repeating the chorus, and so Sally can wait. So you can let that belt out, and then as you get into my soul slides away, begin to bring the volume down. And then when you hit that single E minor, but don't look back in anger, don't look back in anger, I heard you say. So bring the sound of it right down until it finishes on that G chord fairly quietly, and you've slowed right down. So consider the performance of your song, not just playing it. Consider the dynamics, light and shade, sound levels, high or low, and try to shape the performance of what you're doing. And all those are hopefully ideas that you can take on board and incorporate into your playing to make it sound like you're a better player. And if you sound like you're a better player, then de facto you are. There it goes. Okay. Have I left anything out? I
No.
usually do. Crikey.
I know. You've done well.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Okay. This tutorial you will find on the usual social media. There is a song sheet available. Should you require it, just let us know and we'll email it to you. We will put out a play-along version of this, and hopefully with Graham to add some oomph on the bass later on, probably over the weekend. We've got another comic song coming up for you on Friday, our Friday Frolic. And apart from that, well, and so it goes on. We're creeping out of lockdown now. I haven't been to the pub yet. I didn't want to sit outside freezing my parts off at 1 minute past midnight in the morning, drinking a frozen pint of old and filthy. But if that's your bag, then you go ahead. I probably will find my way to a pub garden somewhere and have a nice cup of coffee. But anyway, that's it from us for today. We've finished for this one. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you soon, we hope. Until we do, you know what to do. Stay safe, be kind to yourselves, look after each other. It's goodbye from Pam.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Bye-bye for now.